away from me.
Okay, I did the topic, teachers should be required to renew their credentials every few years. Education is important because everybody has to go through it in their lifetime. You start in preschool and you go all the way to the end of high school and even further if whatever you decide to do. You can go for 8 extra years or however long you want. Everybody wants their children to get the best education possible, and to get the best education possible, teachers need to be good teachers. To make sure that teachers are good teachers, they should be required to take tests every 5 to 10 years to make sure they're still up to date on the newest information about whatever subject they teach. Testing is important, obviously, because so that all the children get the best education available to them. When teachers get their licenses and graduate from college, they have the most up-to-date knowledge available to them at the time. But as they grow into their teaching career, say 20 years later, the information may have changed. The testing will help make sure that teachers are up to date by, asking questions about, okay. The test will ask questions about their subject they're teaching to make sure that they're up to date without having to look back at books, just so that they know it on the top of their head. So stuff changes all the time, and the testing will help make sure that teachers are up to date on the stuff. Teachers may not remember as much as they think they do. When teachers get their licenses out of college, they'll know everything that they had to take on the test, but as they keep teaching, they may forget stuff. Everybody forgets stuff. I forget stuff over the summer, and I'm sure every teacher does too, because they're not teaching it every day. And teachers may not remember the information right, because sometimes I will study for a test, and then when I go to take the test, I'll get the answer wrong because I remembered it wrong, and it wasn't obviously right. And one of the issues with these tests is if it's teachers have to take standard testing. If an English teacher has to take math testing, it could be kind of an insult to them because they don't know math. They're an English teacher. Principals may require teachers to teach certain materials, and these tests will help make it so that the principal knows that the teachers are teaching the right materials and not teaching what they want to teach. And then, so as teachers grow into their career, they do teaching because they want to help kids and be good teachers, but teachers may forget that they wanted to be a good teacher, say because they get a bad student that disrespects them and disrupts the class, so that they'll focus on the other student and not actually teach the class like they're supposed to. The teacher needs to be a good teacher. A teacher needs to want to be a good teacher. These tests can ask questions on how the teachers deal with the students so that they are able to teach the whole class and not focused and frustrated on the one student that is making a big issue and just not allowing the teacher to teach. These tests could help them after they get the results, how they'll tell them different ways to deal with the students so that they're able to teach the students who actually want to learn. Our next generation's education is important to the success of our country. Education is the key, is how you become successful, usually, unless you win the lottery, of course, or some lucky happens. To make sure that our next generation gets properly educated, we must make sure the people providing the education are doing the best that they can, so that everybody has a fair chance in our country and has a fair chance to be successful.